Ogiaranye se adoma o na repe ire dagario yema o asegi gwiga kan gibio tuna etagaba eboda o.
Adesuwa died in the hands of Oboro, the beauty queen of Benin Kingdom, and the sweetheart of Oba Agboghidi died in the hands of a merry provincial head who was not even equal to a Benin chief. This will produce nothing but trouble. This will result for a big trouble for Oboro and his entire kingdom. It was an insult to the Benin Kingdom and the Oba. It should be noted at this point that the Benin people believed they were superior to any other ethnic group. They were very proud, and that was what gave birth to evil body markings that they had on in order to differentiate them from other ethnic groups. Ara ìsọ̀rọ̀ tó dín o, ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀tọ́ dín o. Ara ìsọ̀rọ̀ tó dín o, ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀tọ́ dín o. Adesuwa's servant got back to Benin and reported to her master what transpired at Oboro Palace. This brought sudden tears to the whole of Benin. The Ezomo ran to the Oba Palace and explained to Oba Agboghidi how Oboro used charm to call his daughter into a sudden death. It is the debtor that now killed the creditor. A meeting of the elders was immediately called, and all the elders who heard of the story mourned. They wept for the beauty that was suddenly taken away from Benin. All of them came to a conclusion that Oboro killed Adesuwa in rebellion to Benin and must be duly punished. The Oba said he did not desire that Oboro be conquered. He specifically demanded for the head of Oboro. With this conclusion, the stage was already set for another war. This time around, it was not just a merry war, it was a war against the most powerful warrior at that age. Even the chiefs acknowledged that Oboro was not just an ordinary warrior to be captured easily. They knew they had to prepare both physically and spiritually in order to remove his head from his neck. Oboro gbema Adesuwa o, ologo me ya gaga, ologo me do me ya kie. Oboro ya me o, Oboro gbema Adesuwa o, Adezamanu sabwe. Oboro gbema Adesuwa o, Adezamanu sabwe. Onwere zebu na ezama zebure. Zabuno ezama uro kiemeye o kiemeye uro kiemeye o kiemeye uro kiemeye o kiemeye. The story of Adesuwa, the daughter of Chief Ezomo, is very fascinating in the history of ancient Benin Kingdom. History tells us that Adesuwa was the most beautiful woman in Benin Kingdom. Her life was tied to her beauty. The same beauty that brought her so much fame and honor also led her to early grave. The life of Adesuwa was cut short in the hands of Oboro after she verbally abused him in Oboro Kingdom. When the news of the death of Adesuwa was reported to the Benin people, hair was let loose in the kingdom. Prior to the death of Adesuwa, the Oba of Benin at that time, Oba Agboghidi, had proposed to marry Adesuwa, and the Benin people were preparing for the marriage ceremony. The father of Adesuwa himself, Chief Ezomo, was the richest chief in the kingdom at that time. He wept profusely and ran to the palace to report the news of Adesuwa to the king. Oba Agboghidi responded by demanding for the head of Oboro be removed from his neck. However, Oboro was the most powerful warrior in the kingdom at that time. He was deemed as the most mystic figure who could disappear and reappear in form of 7 people. When the Benin warriors finally confronted Oboro, anger met with anger.
Abiaba bivio adona ni moso. Aribia ba bivio, osaya we. Abia ba bivie. Aribia ba bivio, saya we.
Thus, the predictions of Oboro against Agboghidi was fulfilled. Even the predictions of the diviner at Oboro Kingdom, who consulted the gods and warned Oboro to forget about Adesuwa. He said the gods have revealed that if she comes to Oboro, the end will be very tragic. This will lead to great disaster and many lives will be lost, including the king's life. The predictions of the diviner came true in the story. The short life of Adesuwa resulted to double war for the Benin Empire. Because of the events that accumulated after Oboro murdered Adesuwa, females are since then forbidden from presenting kola nut to any guest in Benin Kingdom. That is the end of the story. Oboro gbé Adesuwa ológo mẹ̀nìmẹ̀yà gàgà ológo mẹ̀nẹ̀dọ̀mẹ̀yà kìí Oboro ya mẹ́rì Oboro gbé Adesuwa Adezamanu Zabwe Oboro gbé Adesuwa Adezamanu Zabwe ohun ẹ̀rìzẹ̀bù náà ẹ̀zàmọ́ ẹ̀rìzẹ̀bù rẹ̀ ohun ẹ̀rìzẹ̀bù náà ẹ̀zàmọ́ wúro kìí mẹ́yẹ mẹ́ o kìí mẹ́yẹ wúro kìí mẹ́yẹ mẹ́ o kìí mẹ́yẹ wúro kìí mẹ́yẹ mẹ́ o kìí mẹ́yẹ.
Abioba bivie donewa ire. Aribioba bivio sayawe o. Abioba bivio adonani mose o. Aribioba bivio osayawe o. Abioba bivie. Aribioba bivio sayawe o. Etabioba bivio sayawe o. Tabioba bivie sayawe o. Etabioba bivie sayawe o. Etabioba bivie sayawe o.